It's been almost a month since the war started in West Asia, and with no clear end in sight, India is preparing for a long haul. Government is moving to tackle every concern after the opposition accused the government of not giving enough answers in the last few days, despite statement that is coming from the Prime Minister in the Parliament. An all-party meeting was convened yesterday. Union ministers from the Cabinet Committee on Security represented the government in this meeting that was chaired by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. Now, after the huddle, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju said that every question that was raised by the opposition parties, they were answered in this meeting, and the government has nothing to hide on the West Asia situation. Listen in to what he said.
मैं आपको ये बताते हुए संतुष्ट मैं महसूस कर रहा हूं कि सारे विपक्ष ने जो सवाल की और जो जानकारी प्राप्त करना चाहा, सरकार ने जवाब दिया। और अंत में सारे विपक्ष के साथियों ने ये कहा है कि संकट के इस घड़ी में सरकार जो फैसला करेंगे, जैसे परिस्थिति है उसके हिसाब से कदम उठाएंगे, तो सब एकजुट होकर के साथ देंगे, ये सबने कहा है।
Well, if the minister is to be believed, opposition parties have given assurance of unity during the closed-door meeting that took place yesterday. But after attending this key meeting, there was no evidence of this unity. What's this?
पाकिस्तान जो एक हमसे छोटा मुल्क है, और वो आज मीडिएटर बन रहा है और हम अभी तक मूक दर्शक बने हुए हैं। इसीलिए हम लोग की जो पुरानी मांग है, समाजवादी की भी है और पूरे अपोजिशन पार्टी की है, इस इशू पर जो वेस्ट एशिया का जो प्रॉब्लम है उसको लेकर बहस होनी चाहिए।
बहुत सारे विपक्ष के जो सवाल थे उसका कोई खास संतोषजनक ऐसा जवाब नहीं है। पाकिस्तान में इमीडिएशन कर रहा है, वो मैं समझता हूँ हमारे जैसे देश के लिए बहुत शर्म की बात है।
And now, as per the sources, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Shankar made it clear in this all-party meeting that while Pakistan has been long used by the United States, India is not a dalal nation. Dalal is a Hindi word for mediator or a broker. But the opposition insisted that answers were not enough and is now demanding a full debate in the parliament. On that, let me go across to our consulting editor, Srinjoy Chaudhary. Good morning, Srinjoy. There was an all-party meeting yesterday. Take us to what was put forth in this meeting by External Affairs Minister, because we are learning that there were, in fact, talks about Pakistan mediating as far as the war is concerned. But now the opposition parties are saying that they're not satisfied with the answers that have been given by the government and are now demanding a full debate in the parliament.
See, India's position is very clear. India wants peace, and India has spoken directly. India doesn't do anything below the radar. India does everything directly. And India has spoken with the Iranians. India has spoken with Trump. And if you remember, several days ago, President Trump called the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister said what he had to. In the similar way, India, the Prime Minister has spoken with the Iranians, President Pezeshkian, and Jaishankar has spoken with Marco Rubio, the American Secretary of State. Jaishankar has spoken with Araghchi, the Iranian Foreign Minister. So India's position is very clear. India wants peace. India wants also to ensure that the 9 million plus Indians who live in the area are safe, which is why India wants an end to the war. You remember Prime Minister saying some years ago to President Putin in front of the TV cameras that India, the 21st century is not a time for war. And that same message can go to anybody, because that is what India believes. India believes in dialogue. India believes in diplomacy, and vis-a-vis this current war, after dialogue and diplomacy, India wants disengagement, because India has its own national interests. India has 9 million plus people living in the Gulf area. Some, one or two, have already been killed in the fighting. India wants the Straits of Hormuz to be opened for itself, if nothing else, so that it gets its oil supplies. India wants investments from the Gulf states. India wants remittances from the Gulf states. India, most importantly, is keen on the safety of its 9 million people, the people of the region, and the people of the world.
Absolutely, because India has made it quite clear that we want peace in the region, and also there should be dialogue, and diplomacy has always been the stand of India. But as far as Pakistan is concerned, the story that is coming in from the ground tells a very different data. In fact, we're learning that Iran has turned back a Pakistan-bound cargo ship in the Strait of Hormuz yesterday, even as Islamabad was projecting itself as a peacemaker in this conflict. The question is, if Pakistan is the mediator, why was its ship stopped by Iran? And on that, we have a breaking update coming